Hello, everyone. Brady, Charlie, Garrett. We are here. We're talking some Big Brother. BB21. Tonight was the first live eviction of the summer. Garrett, I'm throwing it to you right away. First live eviction of the summer. What do you think about the format? Without talking about what happened, just what was your experience like? First live episode.
Yeah, so the thing I was interested in is how the voting system was going to work, like how they were going to do it, if it was going to be like everybody in front of a group and you had to face what you did. But no, I guess I can't, talking about the format of how it works. Yeah, that's not spoilers. Yeah, watching each person individually walk into the room and cast their vote, it saves people from knowing who directly went against them unless it were to be like a landslide. You wouldn't know that any particular person did. That's the idea. Like if it was a really close vote, you wouldn't know who did. You'd just be like, I don't know, unless you asked them and they told you.
Yeah, you can end up using it really as strategy, like we've seen in the past.
Yeah, so you could slide a vote to be a certain number. That way, somebody doesn't realize what happened to them. Or something like that. I don't know. That'd be crazy. Manipulation, mind games.
It's happened before where people have just thrown a random vote. Like imagine if the vote tonight would have been 12-1. And someone would have just randomly thrown in one and instead of 13-0, because then everybody's paranoid, especially Kat.
Exactly.
Yeah, for real.
It was just fascinating getting to see how the format broke down. It worked a lot how I kind of thought it would, but I didn't know how it was going to work live, So True. It was interesting to see.
Welcome to everyone in chat. We got Scuba. We got Zach Bryant, who is formerly known as Justice Hunter, wants to let us know. Welcome, Zach. Welcome, Melissa, Ton, Sins Chaos, Justin. Welcome to Melissa Lemon.
Dude, we got a bunch of people in here. Yeah, we got
guys, thanks for hanging out. First live eviction, you always know.
Yeah, just gotta let you guys know. We appreciate all you guys hanging in here, and I understand a lot of people are very angry with the HOH, but we'll get there eventually. All right, so let's go chronologically. All right, let's go chronologically. So let's start. We had a recap of the post veto, just shenanigans that happened, which was basically all of the Alliance of 8. The Grateful Alliance, all of them were like, all right, cool. You know what? Whatever. Christy put up Ovi. Let's just vote him out. Let's keep Kat. We want to work with her. And Kat basically drove everybody insane. Also, if you put the phrase in chat, you're getting blocked.
Hey, she's going to make a t-shirt out of that when she gets out of that, right?
Stop.
Absolutely.
Oh, Melissa, sorry. No. She's a mod, so I can't delete it. Damn it. All right. So anyway, so basically Kat was driving everyone insane, just with her paranoia. And I almost said WWE. CBS, with the production, they really went in about how much she annoyed everybody. And it almost got to the point where the Grateful Alliance, some members of it were like, oh my God, let's just get rid of her. I mean, you guys got to think, it sounds so petty to us sitting at home, but when you're living in a house with someone for 3 months, at least that's the possibility, is that you're in there with them for 3 months, over 3 months. Do you really want to be in there with someone who's annoyed you that much just in 1 week? I wouldn't.
God, no. Yeah.
And the sad thing is, it kind of seems like she was trying to do it, and she thought she was really funny doing it every time.
Yeah.
And Jackson was like, for the 400th time.
Dude, you can tell that man was so over it, bro. He was so done.
The funniest thing in this episode, though, was when Sam hit him with it.
Dude. Yeah, that got me.
I popped for that.
Sam's pretty funny. I'm coming around on Sam. A lot of people like Sam. So, all right. Anyway, we get to the live eviction. And even though CBS did their best to try to tell us that Ovi wasn't going to get evicted, Ovi did get evicted by a vote of 13-0. And the real thing is, Charlie, your boy, Cliff Hogg, went back on his word. I guess he isn't the saint that you think he is.
Whoa, bro. You keep your mouth shut for Clifford the Big Red Hog, baby. You put some respect on the young man, first of all.
Put some spec on it.
Hey, man.
You're still white. Never say that again.
But, no, I'm sure once they figured it out, they were like, all right, don't worry about it. Just go with the house. That was kind of and I saw people talking about it earlier in the chat, like, sometimes going with the house sucks. And I feel like this is one where if people truly voted how they want, it would not have gone 12-0 or 13-0, whatever it was.
Hey, you got to vote with the house because that's what everyone wants.
It's
weird, man.
Jack.
Yeah, so they got what Jack wanted. And then we're gonna skip over the big twist for now. Let's go to HOH. So Jack won HOH. This was a red, white, and blue competition. Basically, the house guests watched videos of fireworks, and the answer was either red, white, or blue. We were thinking, it was going to be something along the lines. Charlie was saying true, false. It was basically just like the true, false comps. And it came down to Jack and Jessica, which I thought was a very fitting final two. I thought that was cool.
Remember yesterday when we were doing our predictions, I said I want Jessica to win, but I think Jack's going to win. I was laughing when it was them in the final two.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. So Jack ended up winning.
Say earlier this week that he was going to win because that would just cause so much chaos.
Yeah, literally.
And here we are. I'm happy.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is just, I don't think it's gonna be chaos at all. I think everyone's just gonna be in fear of Jack, and it's gonna be a really boring week.
Outside of like three people though, Jack was the number one target this week. So it's pretty crazy to see the target win the HOH.
Yeah, so now here's the thing. Ovi got evicted, and we have a twist where Ovi potentially could come back into the game, as well as David, and we'll talk more in depth about that really soon here. But Ovi has this power that he pitched to Jack and Mickey that, which, by the way, it's officially Mickey. They didn't say Jackson at all. So, and his name tag in the comp was Mickey, so he's going by Mickey. So, Mickey and Jack were told that Ovi has his power. He told him exactly what it was, and that if he is saved, then he will use the power on one of those two if they go up, in future weeks. Now, this is officially the end of week 1, and Ovi's power was listed as being good through week 5. So that would mean that week 6 is the week that he can't. That means that if Ovi were to potentially come back into the house as the one of the first 4 evicted, then Ovi would have to play it the following week if he wanted to play it. Which is interesting on CBS's part, because they kind of knew that this was a possibility. So good on them for not rendering the power completely useless, because now it still might come into play. So let's talk about the twist. So we have camp comeback. So the players that are evicted, the first 4 that are evicted, are going to be living in the house, just in a separate part of the house. Now, it hasn't been determined on if they're going to just be in that room all day and they can only listen into the house, or if they're going to be interacting with people in the house all the time, or if it's going to be, okay, Ovi, it's your turn to go down and talk to them for an hour. Now, David, it's your turn to go talk for an hour. It hasn't really been discussed if they're just sleeping in their special room or what. How would you prefer that to happen, Garrett? Do you think that they should just be in the house and have to sleep in that room? They can't talk to anyone at all except for just voices, or somewhere in the middle?
Wasn't it said in the episode somewhere that they're still playing the social game, right? So
yeah, it said they'll be living in the house, but they'll still be playing social game. But social game could be between each other, the people that are evicted.
That's true. That's true. They could be forming an alliance. I guess the idea maybe they would form a camp comeback alliance. And I mean, either way that plays out, I mean, I would think it would be more interesting if they could still interact, because they could use their anger that they're in camp comeback as an excuse to try and sway things that are going from the people that are still in. But it may be that they didn't want to avoid that, and that's why they would keep them separate. I don't know. It'd be kind of really annoying probably to have to just stay in there and only. I mean, assumedly they'd have to have specific times to come out and interact so they can eat and stuff like that. I would hope, right?
Yeah, and Suda, I think, probably has it right, which is sounded like they're only in the room during comps and meetings and stuff. Yeah, that sounds about right. So anytime they're having a veto meeting or a nomination meeting or anything like that, I think they have to go up there, as well as comps. And it sounded like they're going to be able to listen in to all of these things. So it's kind of funny. It's like they have the feeds but no video during competitions and meetings. So it's basically have-nots. I'd like them in the house just like they weren't evicted, says Sin. Melissa said, I want them isolated and able to watch. Yeah. So
like a separate cam.
So Charlie, you were saying that on Big Brother Canada 4, we had a twist similar to this, except it seemed a lot more powerful, where the people that were evicted basically got to watch live feeds and get to watch everything unravel as an omniscient character, right?
Yeah, and I believe that no one knew in the house that happened. I believe it was a completely random thing, and then the person came back and knew everything. Like you could imagine.
I mean, that's literally everything. I mean, it's technically similar way. I mean, they'll be able to listen in on certain things, so they'll know like I assume if they're able to listen in on votes, they'll know whether people went ways they were supposed to go or not. You know, so it's like,
yeah. See, now I got something I want to post to the chat and to you guys, right? So there's a reason that they're doing the social game. They mentioned that there's going to be 4 people. So what if out of these 4 people, it's not a competition to get back? Instead, since the social game, they make the other house guests vote one person back.
Yeah, I mean, it said Julie said that they will have the chance to compete to come back into the house. Maybe that means competing socially.
Eating in the house, like, yeah.
So, that would be I would honestly like that. I think the only issue with that is that there would be 4 people and 12 people left in the house, and so there's a big potential for a tie somewhere.
Maybe, and then maybe when it goes to a tie, they do some crazy stuff.
They got to do a runoff, or like the current HOH gets.
Would they? I was about to say, did they hold the HOH on that in case of a tie? Like, would that be what they would do? Just have the HOH not vote at the time? I mean, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, that's tough.
That's what they do for the votes.
Even if there was 15, you might end up having a tie because you know they're not going to vote just for 2 people. So
I have no idea.
Interesting. Scuba said America the tiebreaker. I think that would be cool. I just don't think they do it in. They want to do that on a live episode, I think.
Yeah, we could have a chance to vote all week.
A lot of people like that in chat. It's a good idea, Charlie. I like that idea. CBS, if you're watching, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
also cast me.
When I saw that the social
also
thing, I was like, that immediately went to my head because they're still living in the house, and I'm like, and I also messaged you guys. I'm like, that's got to be awkward. Like if they didn't tell Ovi he was going, dude, that's got to be some awkward stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be weird, man. Like, I don't know. So, well, I mean, for David, it's not really that awkward, right? Because I think if anything, Mickey is going to be looking to save face, being like, dude, I had to put 4 people up. I want to still work with you. And everybody else is like, cool, because no one voted David out. So I think David's probably in a prime spot. If anything, there might be some sympathy towards David and be like, hey guys, let's agree as a house to just not put him on the block at all for 1 week. Just let him live for 1 week. But considering it's Jack, it will probably be David and Kemi on the block. That's all I'm saying. So, so Jack is the new head of household. And in all honesty, just predictions. Charlie, who do you think goes on the block?
Well, he seems pretty against Kemi.
Yep.
They definitely got a beef in the game. And next to her, I mean, I don't know. I mean, this guy's been talking so much about Nick and Bella.
Oh, sorry. I don't know why I was saying David's gonna get back on the block. David will definitely like go home. I don't know. I guess if it's up to them, I don't think Jack wants David back. That's all I was saying. But so Kemi and
I would think Jessica right now. Maybe I don't know who else he's against. He could nominate Nick and Bella. I mean, his paranoia could bring him to do that.
I think the people that he listed, so they showed a conversation between Jack and Mickey, and Jack listed off, he said that if Nicole, Kemi, or Jessica, if any of them won HOH, then they're going to take a shot against them, and that they need to take the shot first. So I feel like 2 of those 3 has to be it. So if you're Jack, Garrett, and you are like hell-bent on Kemi going up, who would you rather put up, Nicole or Jessica?
Well, I think the more direct threat, especially based off when you go back to the first HOH, the biggest threat that's like a sleeper threat in some of these competitions is definitely Nicole out of those 3, I think. So, I mean, she made it pretty far into that first HOH comp, you know. So, so I think she made it pretty decently far into this one too, I want to say. So it's like if you're going for that, if you're trying to take out a threat early, it would be Kemi and Nicole for me.
This just feels like a week to me. Like I said, I mean, I don't want to be a pessimist, but it just feels like a week where it's going to be Kemi and Jessica, and then if one of them gets taken, if one of them wins veto and takes themselves down, it's going to be Nicole, and they won't care who goes home.
Yeah,
it's so early on that you get these boring weeks every once in a while, and the fact that Jack was already running the house last week is basically his HOH. the fact that we get back-to-back, I don't know. It feels very Paul-ish, and I hope that it doesn't turn into that. But
yeah, it did feel like that, but there was, I don't know, Jack and Kemi, because for both sides of the house, were the main target. So the fact that, and this is what we kind of discussed yesterday, the fact that one of them won HOH, it's kind of crazy. Because the other person was more than likely going to go on the block one way or the other.
yeah, I guess it's good that Jack and Kemi, since they were kind of against each other, that one of them gets to actually be the person to pull the trigger, so to say.
Watch if he is so confident he throws Kemi on the block first nom, and then she wins the veto, Like, this could get very interesting. And then I think his paranoia of Nick is just going to – that could be something to watch this week, definitely.
And it seems like most people in chat were in agreement, Kemi and Jessica. Someone said Kat and Kemi, but some people say, they want to keep Kat as an ally. So, all right. So a couple things. Mickey was already going to David, trying to kiss up to David on the feeds. A lot of people want David in. A lot of things like that. I mean, I think David and Ovi are both cool, but I think as far as we've never seen someone come back into the game and actually do really well after coming back into the game. Like, usually they're voted out a week or two after. Sometimes it's literally like same night. I think I would rather see David back in right now because, like I said, I don't think David has any sort of ill will towards anyone other than probably Mickey because of that, and no one in the house has any ill will towards him. I think everyone in the house is already scared that they voted Ovi out. Every single person in there, with the exception of Christy, voted Ovi out. Christy would be the only person that could say, I thought you were a pawn the whole time and they pulled the wool over my eyes, even though he probably won't believe that. She's the only one that could theoretically make that claim. So I think the house wants David back.
I want to make one point, though. One advantage that at this point that he has over David is that because David's been gone in sequester, he has had no time to really interact with the house guests beyond when he was initially there. So Ovi's already got like relationships formed with a lot of these people, and David's gonna have to start from square one with some of these people. So, with all these people, he's being a sequester. So I mean, that I don't know if that really will affect long term, but definitely short term it'll be interesting.
That's why the social game is so huge for him, because he's going to get a chance to actually know people.
You know what's going to happen? The Grateful Alliance is going to vote out another weak player from the other side. They're going to vote out, I don't want to say people that are, weak, but let's say they vote out Nicole this week.
Weak in their eyes.
Let's say they vote out Nicole this week and then intentionally vote one of themselves out. That way they can win the comp and not have anyone back in. That would be ballsy. That
would be the ultimate, Trojan horse strategy. Get one of your people that you know is going to win whatever that is. Like somebody
just to go in and dominate the comp. That'd be awesome,
dude. That'd be some like 007 stuff right there. You know what I mean? Like
it was a pretty dramatic HOH, knowing that it went down to the two sides of the house. I mean, the one side's not formed exactly yet, but
sorry to break your heart, Carly. Who won HOH? Everyone says Jack. She goes, no. Alas, it's true. Mickey's saying that he threw it. I don't know about that, man.
What about Nick, man? The one he got wrong, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
He's the only person to get it wrong. And I gotta say, Sam tried doing a scumbag move by changing his answer, thinking that Julie wouldn't see it. And Julie's like, Sam, what did you actually answer? And he's like, oh, man. And then he tried to leave. Like, I know it seems funny to people, but I don't like trying to cheat like that. I really don't. So that was interesting. Damien said Nick threw it. There's no way.
If he threw it, I hope Jack sends him home this week.
The way I know...
If you throw it like that, I mean, you just look like an idiot.
I mean, okay, look, here's the thing. I know because of watching him on the feeds, he says some really stupid thing. I mean, he's dumb. I mean, this guy is smart and he's obviously got intelligence in his field, but he says some really stupid like statements sometimes. So this does not surprise me at all.
Yeah. Jacob said the other side never wins HOH. Watch Mickey or Annalise win HOH next week. Yeah, it feels like one of those seasons, but let's hope the other team pulls it together, man.
Like last year. Remember, like Fessy won an HOH and sent his own person home. It was so bad. They finally win one and he sends Scotty home or something.
Hold on. Who was the person who had the terrible HOH? Caitlin. Remember Caitlin's HOH?
Sent home Swaggy. One of the only people that had her back.
That's tough, man. All right. Hey, you know what? The good thing is at least the other side of the house isn't technically an alliance, so they can't pull a Faute because they're not an actual alliance, right?
They will, but hey, here's the thing. Somebody like David comes back into the house with already a little bit of resentment towards people in that group, and he instantly forms it, and it's war. You never know.
We need Nicole and Cliff.
He could be playing the long game. You don't know. Play nice for now, but then turn on.
Charlie, you gotta give up on Cliff, bro. Cliff is just gonna slowly rot until he's out.
Hey, you wait. When he's the one to win HOH and throw Jack and Mickey on the block.
Yeah. What HOH comp is Cliff gonna win? Give me any competition that Cliff has a shot at winning.
You know, hey, if they do that pressure button.
What, the one where like
he could win for 13 hours?
He could win the one where you just like throw the ball randomly into the middle and hope it lands in a good spot.
Hey man,
the hog slog.
And that's why they're gonna keep him
right.
It's just Cliff isn't one of those guys that like is gonna turn it on, you know, Final Five and start winning every comp. Like, sure, you can make the case for Bella or Nicole or someone, but there's no way. There's no way Cliff is just gonna go and steamroll at the end.
You never know.
Jacob said an oil drilling contest.
Absolutely. It's very niche, but I'm sure we can get them to try.
Zach says Nick's an idiot, and Damien says Nick is hot. So,
very cool.
Hey, two different
You
opinions.
can be both of those things.
Sin says I'm holding out hope for Cliff. Hey, I like Cliff. I don't know, man. There will never be another Donnie. That's the truth.
All right.
Charlie?
Good brother Donnie.
That's
The
all,
Don Meister.
all right, anyway. We got another episode when? We got a break, don't we?
Sunday.
That's right. So we're officially moving back to the Sunday, Wednesday.
Thursday. Yep.
And Sundays will be the only episodes on at 8 o'clock. Wednesdays and Thursdays will be on at 9. So
sounds about right. Yeah.
So that means at 10:05 Eastern on Thursdays every week, we will for sure be going live. Possibly after the other episodes, we've gone live after I think every episode so far. Which
every episode.
Hopefully we do, but sometimes those Wednesday episodes are a bit of a drag to get to because we know so much information by then. But keep an eye out for spoiler episodes and stuff like that, live feeds. And you can always talk live feeds with us over on Twitter. Obviously, if you don't follow live feeds, you might want to stay off the Twitter a little bit just because you're going to see things you probably don't want to see. But if you're a live feeds watcher or follower, or you just want to DM and talk or whatever, if you want to send me money, that's cool too. Just twitter.com. Handle is Visokii tweets, all one word. So Cliff is the new Kevin. Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness. I still haven't gone back and watched that highlight. He has a morning show, man. I love it.
Yeah, he's the stereotypical old person on the show, man. They wake up earlier than everyone else, and everyone just sits there every morning and watches them brush their teeth. That's why people like the old people. That's the thing. All right. Hold on. Ooh, Damien, that sure would be a shame to lose your mod. Oof. Oh, man, that's tough. Oof. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the bell so you know when we go live. Here's hoping that Damien gets his mod status back. Let's see how this turns out. Till next time, guys. We're out.
See ya.
Cliff up.